Okay, guys. Anyways, so here I am. This is such a ghetto ass video because this color, this is just terrible. But here we are. Okay, so Samhain. What is Samhain? Samhain is the pagan holiday which we gather around and we harvest the thoughts, the lessons, the people, the things, all that we have consumed in the past year. It is the pagan New Year. Woohoo! So there's like this wheel, and on the wheel there's a whole bunch of different holidays that are pagan. And so when Samhain comes around, it's gonna restart. This is the new year for witches. This is the wicked new year. So here we are celebrating, and what's even more beautiful about it is that it's on a full moon this year, and that hasn't happened since 1944. What? So this is history. Actually, it's her story, cause it's her story. Anyways, so with Samhain, you can do a lot of things. You can celebrate throughout the whole October, and basically some of the activities you can do are carving pumpkins, going outside, gathering leaves, drinking apple cider, picking apples. All those fall activities that you do, you never realized you were celebrating Samhain. Those are ways to give back. So I have a little notebook because I'm so head ass, and I want to make sure that I was giving you guys the correct information. So what I said I was going to do with this video was I was going to basically walk you guys through a ritual. I'm not going to do the full ritual tonight because of course it's not Samhain, and I'm going to save that for tomorrow. But I can basically just kind of walk through certain steps and basically give you guys the rundown. With Samhain, you can do an ancestor altar, which means giving back thanks to your ancestors. And I'm gonna do that this year. This will be the first year that I'm actually doing that. I'm gonna put my grandfather on my altar tomorrow, and I'm gonna what you also do is you give something back to the spirit that they really like. Now I'm hella ghetto, and he loved Black and Mild, so simply put, I'm gonna put some Black and Milds out and maybe a piece of chicken. I know that sounds terrible, but he loved chicken and he loved Black and Mild. So it's like giving your ancestors back something that they loved while they were here on earth. Okay, so there's one thing to add to your altar. Now, I know some people are gonna be like, wow, I can't believe this girl is getting on here and is sharing witchcraft. Some people have this weird thought that it shouldn't be shared. And some people think it shouldn't be shared. For me, I feel like the reason why I'm sharing it is because I know there are so many people who want to get along with this lifestyle, but there's a problem. People think that you have to be a certain way to do these things, and you don't. So here I am, breaking the stigma, and I'm gonna basically show you guys how to get down with the witchcraft. And just remember, anything that you do, it can be, what's the word? It can be changed to your discretion. Like, you can do whatever you want. Just because I do this that way doesn't mean that you have to do it that way. Like, okay, so with one of these spells, like I should have patchouli oils. I'm gonna do patchouli incense instead. So it's like little things like that. You can do your practice whatever works for you. But this is just a little, here's some of the tools that you can have to help you out. So, here we are. And this is just what I do. So this is probably my third Samhain. This is my third year, and I keep growing and growing in my journey. And I'm not fully where I want to be, but who really is? So here we go. So, some tools that you're gonna need, and I'm definitely gonna put this in the description underneath, so you guys can go home and buy, or you guys can go out and buy this stuff. If you don't do Samhain this year, that's fine, but you have this video because I'm gonna incorporate full moon ritual as well, and you can do a full moon ritual on any full moon. You can get the gist of what I do right now and apply it to yourself later on. Okay, first things first, your altar. So my altar, the way that I have set up, is I got it from this book. This is one of my favorite books. Oh, it's backwards. Wicca. It's called Wicca, A Guide for the Solitary Practitioner. It's by Scott Cunningham, and I just really love this book. So in here, he has an exact way that you can set up an altar. So I did mine like that. I have my 2 candles. Maybe I should pick up. I'm going to pick up the phone. Okay, here we go. I have my 2 candles, one right here, one right here. Those can also be replaced with goddess and gods. Like if you have statues of a goddess and god, you can put it right there. So as you can see, I have it set right there. Then I also have, this is so badass. I have a bowl of water. I have a bowl of salt. I have my pumpkins, which you're gonna want things that represent the fall. I have a pentagram, which I'm also gonna stick my incense in there, and I'm gonna burn those. I got my little cauldron, which I'm gonna burn my sage and empty it in there. And also I'll set a flame, and with my full moon ritual, I like to write down things that I would like to take away, and I burn them, and then I put them in the cauldron. Over here, I have a little circle of crystals, whatever crystals you want. And then I have my cup, which I usually put some wine in here, and I drink that. And that's basically it on the altar. I will, like I said, I will put a description on the video of exactly like what you should get. And if you guys have any other further questions, of course you can message me, and I can take a picture of this and send it to you. Okay, so a couple of things that you'll want to get are autumn leaves. You can go and get real ones, like go outside and pick them. There's an activity for Samhain. Or you can use fake ones too. As you can see, I have fake ones. I bought these at Walmart. These pumpkins are fake too because I use them every year. I also have my big real pumpkins in the background too. You can add skulls, other like creepy things that you want to add to your altar. It's really all about what you want. You can get real skulls or you can get fake skulls. And I know you guys are probably like, what the hell do you mean real skulls? Like those little rabbit skulls and stuff like that. People have those, you know. I thought about putting the Luna moth that I found, but I lost it the other day. I was going to put the lunar moth on here. You'll want to get some incense. The incense you'll want are patchouli, rosemary, some sage, or sandalwood. Yeah, so you can get whatever ones you want out of that and burn those. You can also put crystals on your altar, and the crystals that I use, and that the crystals that are suggested for a Samhain ritual are amber, bloodstone, carnelian, clear quartz, diamond, garnet, tourmaline, obsidian, smoky quartz. What you can basically get from that, if you know anything about crystals, all those crystals are like of amber color. Amber, brown, reddish. That's basically the color that you want to go for, the colors that you want to go for, because we're celebrating fall and things like that. And we're celebrating the harvest, which Mabon, which is the holiday right before this on the pagan wheel, which is also about harvesting. All this is about, this whole part of the year is all about harvesting the good, the bad, food, all that stuff. And harnessing it inside of your soul to learn lessons so that when the spring comes, all that stuff that you harvested and fed your soul with, you'll be ready to grow anew when it comes to spring. And that's what this is all about. And I think it's beautiful. You'll need some candles. I got these candles for Christmas a couple of years ago. They're spell candles, and you can get black, brown, red, orange, any of those kinds of colors. And they don't have to be spell candles. You can literally go to Walmart and buy candles. Like, it doesn't really matter. Some activities to do while you're doing your altar. With me, I'm really into divination, so I'll probably do a tarot reading to myself. I'll sit and I'll meditate and think about the past year. Like I said, the lessons I've learned, the behaviors I want to lose, the patterns I want to lose, the new things that I want to learn. You want to sit down and think about those and really, really like, really let them manifest in your mind, and think on how you can apply all this for the next year. And it's the same thing for when you're doing a full moon ritual. So while you're doing this Samhain, another thing you can do is, so the water that I have sat out, I'm gonna sit this under the full moon so I can make moon water. And a lot of people use moon water after they have it for baths. They wash their hair with it. Shit, some people even drink it. So you can make your little crystal full moon water. Another thing you want to do is set your crystals out. All of your crystals, set them out underneath the full moon. And let them harness that full moon energy. And then throughout the next lunar calendar, you're going to want to hold on to those crystals with you. So while you're sitting there and you're thinking and you have your water and all that stuff sitting out, as much as you're thinking, go ahead and write down a couple of things. Like for me, I like to get rid of certain behaviors, like, oh, please make me not so angry. I'll write that down and I'll burn it and I'll sit it in my cauldron. And it's like basically burning past behaviors, you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, this can really go so many ways. It's all about what you want to do. The main basis is, hey, have your altar set up. Make sure you go into everything with good intentions. And yeah, I mean, there's multiple other kinds of spells and stuff you can do. For me, the spell that I'm going to give you guys, it's actually just a chant. And I'm going to also put this down in the description as well so that you guys can use this. As I'm lighting all my candles and burning my sage and all that stuff, I'm going to make it a point to sit here and I'm going to say out loud, on this night of Samhain, I mark your passing. O Sun King, through the sunset into the land of the young, I mark also the passing of all who will go after. O gracious Goddess, eternal Mother, you who gives birth to the fallen, teach me to know that in time of greatness, of darkness, there is also the greatness of lightness. And so I'm going to say that, and I'm going to light my candles. I'm going to sit here under the moon, make sure I'm fulfilling those energies, filling those energies, manifesting all the things that I would like to see within the past year, through the next year, and shit, even through the next lunar calendar, like I said. Another couple things that I like to do while I have my ritual going on is I like to play music. I like to put on some nice little vibes. I usually listen to Erykah Badu, things like that. Also, do you guys like my cape? Woo! I was like, okay, I'm witchy. And I got my little pentagram. Anyways, so I'll play music. What else? I like to smoke while I'm chilling. I'll drink some wine. Make sure, though, that you do go into everything with good intention. So while you're smoking and stuff, make sure that your mind is clear and you are not inviting any ill spirits in. One thing about Samhain is that during this time of year, the veil is so thin. Excuse me. And what I mean by the veil being thin is the veil between the spiritual realm and then the real realm. I mean, did I say that right? The spiritual realm and, you know, us walking around. And so the main story of why people used to wear costumes was because they say that these spirits would come out and, you know, they would dress up. And so that has followed us down and down and down. Same things with jack-o'-lanterns. They used to do the jack-o'-lanterns and put them on their yard, on their porches, to keep away the bad energies. And then with the ancestor altars, they would put out plates of food on their porches for their good spirits that were going to come by. And I think that's so dope. So with that being said, when you are doing these rituals, make sure that all of your intentions are completely good and your mind is clear, because your spirit guides are going to be with you. They are going to be there, good or bad. My spirit guides are always with me. And so this time of year, you want to be very, 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 very careful about what you allow in, and also what you give out. What else? Now, to get a little nasty, I like to also masturbate the day I do a ritual, before or after, just to seal the spell, to give out this good energy. You don't realize how much the female orgasm really like contains this amazing magical energy, literally. So yeah, I mean, I hope this video was pretty informative. I tried. I literally don't have enough, I didn't have enough hours in the freaking day, guys. And so this is me just kind of throwing it together. These will get better and better as time goes on. I started thinking about it. I was like, wow, I can do so many more spells. Like, I do money spells. I can do any kind of spell. I might not apply it to myself, but I can figure it out for you and make a little video and show you what you need to do. Just reach out to me. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my page. And don't forget to tell your friends about this place. If you guys are into the witchy life and you just don't know how to get started, you can find it here. Right here. So like I said in this about me, I will put down what kind of crystals you need, some of the other tools for future reference. I'll write down the little chant that I'm gonna use, and yeah, I think this video is hella ghetto. Like, it is so ghetto, but you guys, I have to start somewhere, and I feel very, very, very supported by my people who've been watching. You guys are so amazing. I love you guys so much already. Like, this is amazing. So, yeah, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and there will be so many more videos coming at you soon. I hope you guys have a beautiful Samhain. Happy Halloween. I hope you guys also have a beautiful full moon ritual for rituals to come, for full moons to come, for Samhains to come. I hope that you guys can look back on this video and see this is where we started, and it's only going to get better. So mote it be. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to tune into the Hood Witch.